We're going to try something a little different today. I'm experimenting with how I hold the phone. Today I'm going to put it in a pocket. We're going to see what we capture that way. So here goes. Well, yesterday was a great day. I got through it. I was actually exhausted. I don't know, it's kind of been happening to me. I get overtired from my week trying to do everything. And then by the time my Saturday rolls around, I'm just dead. So we made the best of it though. We had a nice day. I got through it. We even made it to the gym. I actually find that exercise when I'm tired lifts my mood. I think it's that endorphins you get. But it was a great day. Enjoyed a little bit in the yard. Accomplished just a little bit. And had a nice dinner in the evening. We cooked at home. Mr. Painter was going to take me out. He's such a nice man. He's all worried about how tired I was, but I thought, no, I'd rather have a nice dinner at home. But tonight he's going to get to take me out because I'm going to be watching him bowl, which means I won't be home to be cooking. So we'll have to see. I don't know if I'm going to make it into the sewing room or not. We'll have to see because I'm going to have to prep for the work week, but who knows, could happen. Could just pick that doll dress project up, even if it's for one part of it. We'll just have to see what happens. But it's gorgeous. It's getting warmer. Yesterday it was pretty windy, but it's not windy today. It's nice. You see Meg a little bit? It's probably the only caveat of carrying this up at this level. Probably can't see Meg much. She's such a cutie. Yeah, I actually can't wait to watch this when I get home and see what all gets picked up. Probably see more of the trees. I'll tell you, I love this. All these trees are so nice. Actually, it's more brush. But then there's these beautiful flowering trees. And oleanders. We had some oleanders in our yard. Our daughter picked them out. And they're pretty, but I found that they kept getting covered with aphids. And that's not such a great thing to have next to your garden, so we did actually take it out. And we kind of decided that although we wanted some flowering things in our yard, that we preferred to have in the backyard things that were mostly edible. So pretty much flowering fruit trees is where it's at. We do have an amaryllis that blooms, comes back every year. Doesn't take up that much room. And we have the Yellowbird of Paradise. That is just gorgeous. That blooms year round. Last night we were enjoying the doves in the yard, and we were really happy to see that both of the fledgling chicks made it, because one of them had ended up in the neighbor's yard, and we were kind of concerned that what would happen, would it make it back or not. And last night we were pretty happy to find that it actually did make it back to our yard. They're pretty uncontrolled with their flight, these chicks, when they first come out of the nest. And most birds do pretty well. We've actually nursed some birds back to health. There was a dove that, I don't know what happened to one of its feet, but it literally had chicks. And it hopped. We saw it 2 seasons in a row, so we knew it actually survived. And I don't know, I haven't seen it so far this year, but kind of a bird sanctuary. It's a garden, a mini orchard, and a bird sanctuary. Definitely gives me some peace of mind. And I get a lot out of growing things. I think gardening's pretty therapeutic. If you're somebody that's got a high-stress life, I recommend growing something. And I guess if you weren't good at growing, it could probably create a little stress-free trying, but say hi, Meg. Create a little stress-free trying, but in the long run, it might be worth it. It might be worth learning. Such a sense of satisfaction to me anytime that we're able to grow something that we're able to eat, too. Right now, there's a lot of celery growing. in that garden. I need to harvest some of that too. I was thinking about that. Probably be good to chop it fine, and I could even saute it and freeze it that way, because we can't possibly use all of that at once. We've definitely been making smoothies with it. A pretty basic smoothie, actually, just throwing in some kind of citrus, some of our aloe, and the celery. Kind of reminds me of V8 juice, the combination, the flavor. It's quite interesting. And tomatoes, it's not sweet, so if you're somebody with a sweet tooth, you probably aren't going to like it. You would have to add some other fruit to it to make it palatable, but those things are great for you. One of my cousins swears by combining apples and celery together for gallbladder health. Thankfully, I don't have any gallbladder problems, but I do like apples, which is a good thing, because that's one of the trees that are doing really well in our yard right now. We did manage to stave off whatever critter was eating them with the nets. One thing I would suggest if you net anything in your yard is inspect those nets. Just make sure you don't get any birds trapped in there. That has happened. Usually what it does, it's when we've net the fig tree. You don't want to have any birds stuck in your net, because they're not going to live very long if that happens. So I've actually released 2 birds last summer. So I checked those pretty carefully. I think they panic and they don't realize how they got in there, and they can get out the same way, but I don't want to catch any birds. How you doing, Meg? Are you having a nice walk this morning? It's a beautiful day, huh? Ooh, there's broken glass here. Where that came from. Well, I hope everybody is having a nice day. And just in case you didn't get too many pictures of Meg while we're filming there with my phone in my pocket, there's a little view of her. Thanks for joining us, and have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.